Should I choose online or in-person classes? I know right now online is becoming very popular, but is that the right option for me? And before I make that decision, what things should I take into consideration?
You absolutely need a laptop. If you are going to take online classes, you have to have a computer, period.
Absolutely.
It's really going to be very difficult if you don't. I did my master's program on a phone, so I'm speaking from experience. Get a laptop.
Oh yeah, and it also depends on your preference. Like, especially like if you want to go in the field like nursing or anything that's hands-on, then yeah, I would highly recommend in person.
And one thing that I think is really important, I will say the elephant in the room, is make sure you know how to use a computer, or else not only will you be struggling and stressing out about the content, but also you'll be struggling and stressing out about using the computer, because you'll have to be writing essays, you'll have to be doing research, and it's harder to reach out to the professors because it's online. So if you're at night trying to submit a late assignment and then something happens or you can't figure out how to submit it, you'll email them. They'll probably take 1 or 2 days to respond, and by that time, the deadline is due. And another time, if you're not good with time management, online might not be the best option for you, because you have to be responsible.
You have to be so disciplined.
Very disciplined with all the assignments, because no one will be there to remind you, where the professor might do those courtesy reminders when you're in the classroom, and they might be able to answer questions on the spot.
And it's always important to talk to your professors. If you have issues, then they're probably going to work with you. But the reality is, after the pandemic, technical difficulties is just not going to carry the weight that it used to, because at this point, this is something that you're paying to do. So they're really buyer beware. So if it's something that you're not comfortable with, then you might want to do in person. But if it's something that you are fluent with and comfortable, and instead of fighting with the computer, you're actually doing your homework. Because I know myself, I fought with the computer more than I did my homework, and it was really frustrating. So when I started, I was taking in-person classes. As I got further along and my computer skills got better, I started taking more online classes. But it was once my skills started improving, because there was a lot more stress than was necessary.
Yep.
So it's going to depend.
And another key factor is, as they may have brought up a few times, is communication. If you are going to go online, make sure you communicate with your professors as often as you possibly can, because that's going to be your bread and butter as well as your life support whenever something goes wrong.
Right.
However, I know we talked about the online portion of it, but the in-person, the benefits going in person is the community that you be surrounded with.
Yes.
And with communication comes, not communication, community comes, networking. As I always say, Rome wasn't built in a day, but it wasn't built by one person also. Mm-hmm. So once you build that network, whenever you are going to graduate, you're going to have that connection. You'll have references. You'll have people that you'll be looking towards, especially on internships, depending on which field of study you're going to. But once that time comes, you already have a pool of people you can contact for those future work experience and work opportunities.
Exactly.